Number 21, avulsion. Avulsion is a sudden and perceptible change in the land brought about by water. Avulsion may result in the addition or removal of land from a bank or shoreline. Number 22, breach. Violation of any of the terms or conditions of a contract without legal excuse, default, non-performance, such as failure to make payment when due. Number 23, bundle of rights. An ownership concept describing all those legal rights which attach to the ownership of real property, including the right to sell, lease, encumber, use, enjoy, exclude, will, etc. Number 24, avulsion. Sudden and perceptible change in the land brought by water. Avulsion may result in the addition or removal of land from a bank or shoreline. Number 25, caveat. Caveats are used to protect interests in land. A caveat acts as a freeze on the property in question and prevents anyone else registering a dealing with that property that may be contrary to the interest of the person who lodged the caveat. Therefore, a caveat gives notice to the world of an interest in land. Number 26, caveat emptor. Buyer beware, or its Latin version, caveat emptor. In the sale of real estate, caveat emptor means that, absent contract, language, or terms to the contrary, a buyer purchases as is without warranties of title or of condition of the property. Number 27, certificate of title. A certificate of title is an official municipal document that acts as a record of ownership. A deed is contract-like document, though it may be filed with the municipality that describes the property drawn up when transferring ownership of that property. Number 28, chattel. Personal property, which is tangible and movable. 29, chattel mortgage. The type of property used to secure the loan is considered as movable property or chattel, most common type of secured transactions. Number 30, client. A person who has entered into a service agreement with an industry member, whether or not that service agreement is in writing. A client can be a seller or a buyer, landlord or tenant, who engages a real estate professional to assist them with their real estate needs. 31. Commission. The compensation paid to a real estate broker, usually by the seller, for services rendered in connection with the sale or exchange of real property. 32. Deed. A written instrument by which a property owner, grantor, transfers to a grantee an ownership in real property. 33. Deed of trust. A legal document in which title to property is transferred to a third-party trustee as security for an obligation owed by the trustor or borrower to the beneficiary, lender. 34. Descent. The acquisition of an estate by inheritance, where an heir succeeds to the property by operation of law. Descent literally means the hereditary succession of an heir to property of an ancestor who dies intestate. 35. Devise. A transfer of real property under a will. 36. Easement. A property interest which one person has in land owned by another, entitling the holder of the interest to limited use or enjoyment of the other's land. 37. Emblements. Growing crops called fructus industrialis, such as rice and taro, which are produced annually through labor and industry. 38. eminent domain, the right of government, both state and federal, to take property for a necessary public use with just compensation paid to the owner. 38. Emptio SPA, the sale of a mere hope. Like buying a lottery ticket, the sale is effective even if the thing doesn't appear unless it's a vain hope. The object is a present thing, which is the hope or expectancy, and the uncertainty is with regard to its existence. 39. Encumbrance. Any claim, lien, charge, or liability attached to and binding upon real property, which may lessen the value of the property but will not necessarily prevent transfer of title. 40. Encroachment. An unauthorized invasion or intrusion of a fixture or other real property wholly or partly upon another's property, thus reducing the size and value of the invaded property.